Hello, everyone, and welcome to TCH Live here in Dallas, Texas, Texas Card House, Dallas, where tonight it's the final table of the Holiday Frenzy, the greatest $250 entry in all the land, where we had a $50,000 guarantee, and this bad boy cracked $100,000 in the prize pool. We are already underway in hand number one, where, as you can see, our man Brian E. has ripped it with Ace King Big Slick.
Oh, yeah.
Brian is going to take this one down after the rip with Big Slick. And we're already underway. Hand number one in the books. Here's a look at the payouts we've got rocking today. We mentioned this prize pool of $50K guarantee, $250 buy-in, and we cracked a prize pool of $104,370. It truly is the greatest $250 buy-in in all the land. I'm RJ Dupree here at Texas Card House Dallas alongside my man, Mr. Eric Van Loosen. What up, buddy?
What is going on, man?
Chilling, already underway. This is hand number two.
Good stuff. We got some friends of the chat and final table regulars joining us. My man Simon there in the 5 seat. Did you get a chance to go around and introduce everybody yet? Or just rocking with the first hand?
Not yet. We were rocking. First hand got out in a hurry, and we did not have the opportunity to talk about a whole heck of a lot just yet. This is Clayton. Clayton D coming in the 9 seat. Not familiar with Clay. Coming in with 1.09 million in chips.
Eddie joining us saying, let's go, Dory. That's right. Dory, the stone cold killer.
There's a good look at Dory, the 2 seat. Michael there in the 1 seat. He's going to come in as our short stack here. Blinds are starting out 50,000, 100,000.
Some of them I really like the look when you look at it, but when it's on, you know.
So Clay here working from the cutoff, ace-9 of clubs. And he's got about 11 blinds behind here.
Yeah, I've got like 12 of these, but this one.
Not a lot working. Dory's going to represent this big blind-looking board here.
It fits well.
Defending from the big blind position with Jack-9, and that's going to get it done. Well done there from Dory.
Get her done. I just watched her man, Mr. Jim, make a final table there. He was in that second tournament this afternoon. Well, it's now obviously late into the evening, but
it's pretty late.
How many are left in that bad boy?
Yeah, the nightcap, the $175 deeper stack. $21,000 in that prize pool. They had 150 entries. They are down to the final 6.
How many did they pay in that one?
So that's a $175 buy-in, and they're paying out a top prize of $5,865.
Nice. Well, congrats to Jim for a final table run there, but he's going to be probably in the background here shortly. We'll see him. Rooting on Mama, Miss Dory. The poker power couple. We love them.
Yeah, you get bored on a Saturday night, come on out and play in the $175 deeper stack every Saturday night here at Texas Card House Dallas. That's quite a prize pool. Hand number 3, Jesse's got a couple of letters. He's going to raise it up with Queen Jack.
That's a couple of letters there for
couple of letters for Michael.
Waking up on a final table on the button with aces, RJ. That's got to feel good.
Our favorite letters, running a short stack on the button, looking down at aces. He's going to rip it. $655,000 here. That'd be about 6.5 blinds.
Yep.
That's our man June there in the big blind. He's going to fold the 9-6. Happy Meal in the muck, and it's back over to Jessie.
Can't beat the free beer either. You know? Well, I don't drink beer, but.
And I'm telling you, if I get Queen Jack in the cutoff and raise, this always happens. And it's going to be a pretty friendly number for him, so he's going to give it a go.
Yeah, friendly number when you're sitting there holding $3.3 million.
Jesse has a bunch of chips over there. That's right.
It is probably a year ago. I sat down. Everybody at the table had $500.
All right, so Jesse does make the call. Michael's going to be at risk, but he's got a bunch of the equity. He's holding aces.
Oh, wow.
Skinny Cole in the chat saying, what a dumb game. He finished 15th today, so congrats, my man.
King Jack deuce. Jack does land for Jesse.
I just love it here. I like it.
Uh-oh.
The outs are coming. Queen Jack or 10 could change it. 7 of hearts, no help. Aces are going to hold.
Ace is not cracked.
Is that all you play?
Corey Leftkoff joining us, saying he got knocked out 32nd. Good luck all. He's exhausted. Yeah, it was a long day. Thank goodness my co-commentator called me to wake me up because I had to go home and take a nap. I got knocked out in 105th, so not in the money.
Well, I got to my nap earlier than you did because
You did.
I think I was knocked out somewhere around the 190 mark.
Yeah, it was a tough sledding today, but we contributed to this huge prize pool, like we mentioned, over 100,000.
It was fun. I haven't played a tournament in a few weeks, so it was fun to get in there and splash around and see some faces and visit with the crew. And it was unfun in that I was very card dead. The Grinch here, opening things up here. Ace King under the gun here for Simon, going by the Grinch here today. Simon understands the assignment. He's always willing to entertain the masses. And today he's going by the Grinch. Bumps it up with Big Slick, takes it down. No resistance.
No resistance. So we'll take a peek again at what we're playing for here. You and I donated a bullet each, so
Yep.
2 of those 497 entries were from yours truly and RJ. But these guys and gal all have 2,070 locked up, but they are all playing for 10x that. $20,690 in our holiday frenzy. We smashed it, folks. We knew we would, but we went ahead and doubled it and then some today. $104,000 in a prize pool that was guaranteed just 50. That's pretty good, RJ.
That's pretty good.
It is actually. It's weird.
That is a big old prize pool for a $250 entry. Not very often you can turn a $250 entry into $20,000 only here at Texas Card House Dallas.
And right before Christmas, what a better time to bink a big one.
Fearless. He's just been
Quite the stocking stuffer. All right, Jessie going to bump it up again, this time here with Ace 4. Took a little hit in that last pot, but back to work.
We need to get the Grinch music lined up for when Simon is in a big hand.
Math says I should do it.
There ain't no math saying you should do it.
250, 2.5 on the big blind there. Queen 8 could have jumped in there, but
These two are too.
I believe those graphics are wrong. I did not see an 8 on the flop.
It is wrong. I think it's a 2. There we go.
There we go. Deuce 4, 6 to flop here. Jesse's going to land with that Ace 4, middle pair with a 4.
I did get to play today with Jessie. We were on table 20 over there in that corner.
All the bad players.
Jessie comes in town from Texarkana
Truly, I mean, I mean,
in the foundations industry and normally is out of town on weekends, but was able to come on in town and make it here for this one, and I bet he's glad he did.
He's played well. I didn't play at the table with him, and well, you know, you crushed, so there's just. We were already targeting all the bad ones.
All right, let's see if we can introduce some of these folks when these graphics come up here for us. Not everyone's gotten into the action here, 5 hands into it.
Did you play with Simon today? Because he was just talking about it. He was targeting all the bad ones, RJ. And I don't know if he was talking about you and I.
I did not. That's Michael in the 1 seat. He came in as our shorty. Dory in the 2, June in the 3, Columbus in the 4, and of course the Grinch there in the 5. 6 is Brian E, and the 7 seat will be AJ.
That is true.
And then of course Clayton in the 8, Jessie in the 9. We've seen them a couple of times.
Yeah, I think the only person I don't recognize is going to be our 6 seat there.
I mean, technically though, where he's sitting though, it's like pointing out there, so like he could be like if he's telling.
It's been a hot minute since our 7 seat's been on the final table. Good to see him back.
Yeah.
Good to see Clayton playing in the room and on a final table. Before mentioned, Jessie is going to open this up under the gun 2. A little speculative hand here, a 10-8.
Yeah, early position here. He's definitely showing signs that he's willing to apply this chip stack early in this final table. Early position in this hand, 10-8 offsuit, bumps it up. 250 to go.
Columbus Chris has been on a final table too, but it's been a hot minute. That'll tell you, folks, some of these guys that haven't been on a final table in a hot minute, it's probably not because they haven't been trying. It is hard to make final tables, especially in fields this big.
31 for 31.
I think I only played with him for a little bit.
Now Brian there in the 6th seat. Not familiar with him, but he let go of his big blind there. Jessie will take that down just like that. He's back up to nearly 3.7 million. He dropped below 3 million there for just a moment when he took the hit to Michael's aces, but back at it. I believe that's what, 4 straight opens? At least 3. Ace deuce here, he's going to let that one go. Right on time because Dory's got ace queen right behind him. 300,000 to go. That's a full 3x raise here from Dory.
Oh, it's just calling me and binging. I don't like it.
And Brian in the 6th seat with Big Slick just calling here. Setting up the matchup. Big Slick versus ace queen.
Wow, what a flop.
And it is queen, jack 10.
That is going to be about as disguised as an ace-king can possibly be.
So he just called with the ace-king, and he's going to flop Broadway here. Dory's got top.
Out of position with ace-king. Let's just flat and flop the nuts. Easy game, RJ.
So Dory bets 400,000 here. And Brian just calls.
My goodness.
So a check call here from Brian. This pot ballooning up to 1.6 million. 9 of diamonds here. Going to put a 4-liner out there, and that's going to be a scare card for Dory.
Not really.
But she does hammer it. And, of course, Brian beats her in the pot. Dory.
What a flop.
What a flop indeed. That is nasty.
And I just did
Dory bets big, and we're doing it. 2.5 million in the middle.
Put a king out there.
Play itself. I mean, it could have been all in.
Only a king can chop it. It's a jack of hearts. No choppy. Ace king's going to hold after making Broadway here for Brian, and that's going to be a big one. 2.5 million in it, and it'll be a big blow to the stack of our friend Dory over there in the 2 seat.
She will still have 1.84 million, though, and be in shape and looking for a double here shortly. But that is a rough one. Cannot put Brian E. on that type of holding there. So the cards did what they do, and wow, if only it was that easy with ace-king.
Do what they do. That pot's going to move Brian up the chip ladder quite a bit. He's going to be 4th in stacks now. 2.5 million.
The Lizard has joined us in the chat, as
What's
has
up, Lizard?
our friend Mitch A. and the other Mitch Lloyd, the Bo Sox.
Mitch.
Says, hey guys, Emily and I just tuning in. I see the lovely Mrs. Coyle is at the final table. Yeah, can't miss her. Big old smile. Very recognizable in the DFW poker scene, and we love her. 2
Mitches and a Lizard walk into a bar. I don't know the rest.
I don't know where we're going with the rest of that joke, but I like it too.
All right, Jessie's got pocket 8s. Bumps it up. 350,000 to go.
Our buddy Scott was in the chat earlier, as is our friend Lego. There's Scott. Howdy, Scott.
You're entirely too sneaky.
You can hear Dory doing a little mumbling over there, saying that was sneaky. Normally doesn't work out for you when you try that move, but it sure did for our friend Brian. Action tracking way ahead. There we go.
All right, 6-3 for the flop here. That's open-ended for Clayton and his 9-5. And Clayton has ripped it into the face of Jessie. Jessie's got pocket 8s here and thinking about it, because this is a pretty big bet here from Clayton. This is going to be a A rip of 740,000. 7.5 blinds the rip size here, and Jessie does make the call.
All right, Scott saying go Clayton. He's going to need some help here.
Clayton's going to be at risk. Jessie's got pocket eights. A lot of outs here, open-ended and a 9.
7 deuce or 9 for Clayton, or he is whamboozled.
10 of hearts, no help there. 9 ball. And a pair of 9s will get there, outlasting the pocket eights of Jessie H. And that's going to be a big double up for Clayton. 2.1 million now for him.
He knew it was coming, working that 9 to 5, Dolly Parton. What a hand there for Clayton.
Big blind open-ended throwdown comes home. Well done.
That's right. Even though there is a 15-minute delay, if you guys get out there in the chat and root on your favorite player, you can make it happen.
Brad Kogel in the chat. What's up, buddy? Asking all kinds of nonsense.
Of course he is. Little side needle.
How'd you end up doing today, Mr. VL?
Well,
that's what Eric says. I mean, pardon me, Brad.
Brad and I cashed out for the same amount. Big old happy lump of coal in our stocking this year.
Yeah, it was fun to get in the tournament streets again, but man, I almost felt a little bit bummed out in that I was so card that I don't even feel like I tried. So that was really annoying. I'm usually a pretty optimistic fella. I get in there and get after it, but boy, I didn't today. So
RJ saving his run good for another day.
Yeah, that's right. We didn't waste any of the run good. I think when I eventually got eliminated there, somebody said cheers or whatever as I was walking off. I said, you know what? I'm going to make a hand in the next tournament. And Primo got a kick out of that, so that was good. All right, folds around the rail. Battle of the blinds here. Small blind, big blind. Ace, ace, 4, the flop. We're rocking Jack High versus Jack High here.
We mentioned the prizes in this. There's also another really nice trophy made by Mr. Bob.
Bob C made a nice run today.
He did.
He was in the final 18 there. Yeah, shout out to our man Bob for coming up with these sweet trophies you will find at Texas Card House, Dallas, and Las Colinas.
That's right, courtesy of Aeon Crystal. And it is a cool, cool crystal trophy with the holiday vibe. Got a little Christmas tree inside of it.
I am her. Shout out for Columbus in the chat. Go Columbus, you got this.
Well, we got 8 other players that disagree, but keep shouting on Mr. Columbus Chris. Great player, good guy. Glad to see him back on the final table.
Somebody asking if Clayton is a TCH dealer, and I don't think that's accurate. I don't recognize Mr. Clayton.
No, he deals at another club in the Dallas area.
Aha, gotcha. Yeah, us dealers, we get busted when we sit at tables sometimes.
You want to go to Rico?
All right, raised to 225,000. We're going to go to a flop 3 ways here. Queen Jack going to land the best of it. Ace Queen 10 the flop. Pocket 5s for Clayton, not working much.
Everybody holding black cards, so of course we get a flop that's mostly red. Backdoor clubbies for both Michael and the Grinch, though. The Grinch looking like Rain Man right now. What's he thinking?
478 toothpicks.
Here we go.
All right, Grinch putting a little bet out there and takes it down.
Third pair don't care. The Grinch going to get her done.
Gets that middle pair out of there. Well done, Grinch. Yeah, Simon been making moves in the tournament streets. We talked about it last time we saw him on the final table that he'd been improving his game, put some work into it, and by golly, he just keeps them coming here. Another final table for Simon, and he's been making final tables around the great state of Texas and elsewhere as well. So shout out to Simon for putting in the work, getting good results.
One more shot at the December hot seats. We had this going on today as well, whether you were playing cash or in the tournaments. My table, table 20, got picked first. Of course, Christopher Beavers, one of our own, wins pretty much every time there's a drawing. And he got his seat called. So
Ain't it funny how drawings work like that?
got him a new TV for he and Mama.
All right, June coming in under the gun, just a limping with pocket eights here. Grinch will limp along as well with his ace-10. It's always fun to see what happens to the table when that under the gun player comes in for a limp. Jesse's not scared. He'll put a raise in there. It's his button. $375,000 to go here.
You see 1-8 already folded, so let's see if June decides he wants to come along here with a pair of eights.
June will come along. Grinch takes the train, ace-10 in the muck. So we'll be heads up to the flop. Ace-3-6. Ace-10 would have landed there for the Grinch.
June going to take his time a little bit and then finally check. Is going to slow his opponent down just a little bit and not have Jessie put a C-bet out there. Now you see the eyebrows coming in. He's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to have to utilize the maneuver of the
slow check.
Yeah, the slow check, because it works, right? And there's a reason why you see a lot of really good players, professional players, slow check.
Got me on tilt now.
Simon's on tilt. He folded the boat. Eights are going to be good for June. Jessie knew something was kind of up there and did not invest any more into that pot.
Yeah, courtesy of the slow check.
Well done, Mr. June.
Yeah, I check way too fast. Then Jessie bets, and then the hand's over.
We will have our even bigger one at the end of this month, December 30th,
Even
RJ.
bigger one.
Yep, our 250K tourney is going to start on the 30th. Go through the new year all the way to December the 5th. We will have that live stream on the 5th. So another shot to get your 2026 kicked off with a big old score, RJ.
That, of course, is a $360 buy-in. The greatest monthly tournament in all the land. The even bigger one? Am I correct?
300, maybe.
300. Yeah, I'm thinking just the big one, huh?
Yeah.
Golly. Yeah, the regular big one on Saturdays is 360. The even bigger one at the end of the month, 300. Concussions got me. Yeah, let us know who you're cheering on in the chat. A lot of Clayton fans speaking up.
Brad got a question for the chat. Would you rather run it twice, every all-in for the rest of your life, or never be allowed to run it twice again?
Easy answer.
Easy answer, because my first 12, 13 years of playing cards,
Yeah.
that was not an option. So
Real poker, please. None of this JV junk. Let's run it once.
all right, hand number 12
Forever.
here. We got a 9-8 suited and an ace-9 and a pair of sevens.
Here we go. Fun little spot.
3 going to a flop here. And of course, we get a 6-4 queen. Nobody
6-4
lands.
queen, and not a lot working. Managed to whiff all the holdings here. Clayton still with the best of it.
But the Grinch
That's right, Grinch.
wants to steal Christmas and these chips.
So yeah, this will be his second time to jump out there, see if he can take down a little something, but he's got company. Clayton's coming along.
With a slow card funeral, but nothing doing there for the 9-8. So
All right,
Simon going to have to reevaluate here after getting called.
Yeah, he's going to need some help here. 10 of diamonds on the turn, not much. I love the effort from Simon jumping out there on the flop a couple of times here at this final table. That's the first time he's had company to the turn, so he checks on this one.
Simon does slow down. Big old check. Back over to Clayton. He is going to check back. And what do you know? What do you know? You
Who
allow
knew
your
that was
opponent.
coming?
You allow your opponent to hit a card, and sure enough, ace Barry Greenstein on the river.
That's why you play well, folks, so you can bink an ace on the river, just like Simon does here. He's got the check mark if we go to showdown.
Well, your poker coach will probably tell you he might have done something a little different there on that turn. That's results oriented, I know, but
Little bet, and that'll take it down for the Grinch. Another pot goes Simon's way.
all
Tournament
right.
director extraordinaire coming in to hang out with you here for just a second here, Mr. Eric. Our man, Min. What's up, Min?
I'll let you guys know. Thank you very much for listening to it. Doing great as usual.
Look at that. There he is.
That's
There's
better.
Min.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Min's going to go over some numbers real quick for this awesome tournament.
Yeah, today, just a couple of things. We had 497. Plus, we had 150 in the second one. We ran over 647 entries today through this room. We had 25 tables open just for the tournament.
Insane.
Yeah. Over 125,000 in prize pool between the two tournaments with 104 on this one. Here's the number that kind of blows my mind being the tournament director. We had over 27 million chips in play between the two tournaments. That's a lot of color ups.
Oh, my goodness.
But it's really a lot of fun. But this is going to look at this hand.
Well, great tournament, obviously, that you guys put together, Min. We'll get back into the action here, talk more throughout the night about this awesome one-day event that we did to kind of close off the year. But we still have our even bigger one coming up.
Yeah.
Clayton going to go for it here with the ace-10. So the raise from AJ with the queens, and Clayton has picked a spot. And holy cannoli, man. Dory waking up with the kings, and she's going to rip it. And what do you do if you're AJ with queens? You've got an all-in and another all-in right in your face. You just call and pray they have the same hand, right?
Right. Pray they both have ace-king.
Well, he's got his guns up. He's going to need an extra gun to shoot down these cowboys. The queens and ace-10 are at risk. Dory, our stone-cold killer over there in the 2 seat, has the cowboys.
And they're all very equal in chip sizes, too.
They are. This is a monster pot for somebody. 4.9 million.
We played your hand for you. We just turned them up.
Oh, please.
You're all in.
The funny thing is Jessie had 2 6s. Curious if Clayton decided just to flat there, and Jessie's in there too, and he's getting in all sorts of trouble with the jam. Probably easy fold for him after the jam, but
It wasn't that good, man.
Look at all those shout-outs for Min over here in the chat.
hey guys,
Poker Eric and Chesapeake 53 and Lego.
good. We have a great poker community in Dallas.
GTFO, I think that means good time
For all.
For all.
It's
For
for
all.
for old men.
For old men. Good time for old men, man.
But the great thing is Lego spelled my name wrong, so he's not talking about me.
Yeah.
That's another guy.
Yeah.
This is all coming to the main guys.
Don't worry, guys. RJ will be back in a second. Came here and just talk about what a great day we had. More big things to come.
Well, what a great time for you to walk in, because look at that pot right
Oh,
there
man.
in front of Mary. Queens versus Ace-10 versus the Stone Cold Killer Dory and her Cowboys. She's got one cowboy rooting her on out there in the field, Mr. Jim. Can the Kings hold? Like you mentioned, stacks are almost dead even.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Somebody may be left with a chip if they survive. Clayton D has the big stack here.
Pretty clean flop.
Yeah.
We do have the ace and the king of hearts.
699. That is going to do it for Miss Dory. The Cowboys do hold, and Dory now has 5 million chippies in her stack.
And the number's a little bit wrong because she actually had Clayton covered. I was watching the hand.
She
earlier.
did? Okay.
So AJ was going to finish 9th and Clayton's going to finish 8th.
That was scary.
I actually had a feeling you were
Who's going to be our 8th place finisher?
Clayton.
When I looked
No, so AJ's going to finish 9th and Clayton's going to finish 8th.
Okay. 9th place is going to be AJ. So Dory, big old pile of chips. She's going to get those stacked up. AJ is going to be our 9th place finisher, 2,070. And then right ahead of him is going to be Clayton D. A lot of friends rooting him on in the chat. 8th place, 2,740 for Clayton. Dory with the Cowboys and the double knockout.
Well, I want to thank you guys again. RJ's back. You guys got the pro team back. And also, I'm looking forward to the WSOP stop this year. That's going to be at TCH Austin. That's going to be really exciting.
Do we know dates yet?
No, they put it out. It's going to be in the spring, I believe, but I'll double check for you guys.
Heck yeah, you heard it here first, folks. WSOP making a circuit stop.
At TCH Austin. So
TCH Austin in the great state of Texas. TCH Social. Good
yes.
stuff.
Good luck. Good luck, everybody, and thank you very much.
All right, well, we are down to 7 players. And Dory now with the chip lead. And chips that she needs a wheelbarrow.
Big old pot for Dory. Look at her fly to the top of that leaderboard. 5 million in chips.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to win, but
The
I'll check.
double KO. Yeah, I'm excited for that WSOP stop. The first WSOP visit officially to the state of Texas. Of course, they get pretty close to us up there on the Oklahoma side of the river, but first official visit to the great state of Texas, coming to Austin very soon. All right, so we're down to 7 players here in hand 14. Dory's still trying to stack chippies over there. Looks like our graphics gave us a quick hold up, but away we go. Jack 4 deuce to flop, 2 hearts. We're heads up here between Columbus and the Grinch.
They lock eyes, but they're still checking.
6, 7.
The cool kids all say 6-7. Simon late to the party, but he's a party animal, so we're going to let him get away with it.
I juggled it out for you, Simon. Thanks, buddy.
What is that thing?
Columbus C will gladly take down that one. He's like, well, I can beat a 6-7. Blinds have gone up. 60,000, 120, 120.
Skinny Cole mentioning that he and EVL just played Kings wrong.
Yeah. Oddly enough, it was ace-10 to knock me out of my last final table appearance when I was holding those Kings, but didn't work out for Clayton, as Dory
Provocative.
knows how to win with the Kings,
People going.
and she is our chip leader.
They're going to 6-7 until they have
Fear the Stone Cold Killer when she's got all the chips, folks.
Praise 240.
Mark Dunny joining us. What's going on, Mr. Donovan? What a cooler hand indeed.
But I appreciate you giving me,
All right, Jesse's back to work. King 9 of diamonds
give me something crappy or something great.
under the gun here. Working a min click now. Blinds are up 60,000, 120,000. So this is a min raise to 240,000 from Jessie.
Dory definitely feeling the swings at this final table, right? And she was talking about it. Give me nothing at all. Give me trash hands or
True that.
give me the goods. Ran into a big one earlier, but got it all back and then some. Here we go. 2 going to this flop, RJ. King 9 and Jack.
Ace 4-8, 2 diamonds. Jessie's gonna like it. The original raiser here. Small continuation bet here, 150,000 to continue. And that'll do it. King Jack out of there. Well done, Jessie.
Jessie definitely going to be probably our highest fee pip so far. He's getting involved in a lot of hands.
Very active. I love it.
I saw him rip it today with 9-3 of hearts.
Hey, so did I.
Can't remember what he ran into, but let's just say 9-3 of hearts didn't hold.
Neither did mine.
But here he is at a final table, so definitely splashing around and putting his chips at risk, and got to get it in bad sometimes to make deep runs. That is for sure.
Yep, 9-3 of hearts was officially the last poker hand I played today.
The 9 triz suited.
I tried it just for Aaron, man.
Just for our co-commentator, Aaron McAvoy out of Austin. The 9 triz was put to use today by our friend RJ Duprizzle.
Yeah, he'd be proud of me.
I thought you were just going to call, and I was going to go like...
Ace 5-3, the flop. I defended my big blind to a min raise. Ace 5-3, the flop. I just open rip. Razor goes away. The guy that flatted the razor, top set of aces.
Top set of aces. Hard to crack aces with the 9-3, even harder when they flop a set.
Well, I'm sorry I wasted your big hand on my 5 blinds over here.
Yeah.
But you got me.
I'm going to go ahead and head on home now. RJ doesn't have a tail, but if he did, it'd be between his legs on that one.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
All right, Dory going to take that one down. Off to hand 17.
Put on your glasses.
Glasses came on just for that one, Simon. 10-7 off, into the muck. Those lights are bright up there on that final table.
Yeah.
So sometimes players just want to wear those to block a little sun, block some UV rays.
Yeah, I could actually wear my shades on this table because, yeah, I might still be able to see the cards.
I was worried with it. You had 7 deuce, and I had a 7 in my hand, so I was like, I probably should raise. I think, yeah.
So men came in, mentioned this great prize pool today. We've mentioned the even bigger one.
Yep.
We've mentioned the WSOP stop that's coming to Texas at the Austin Club. But we also have the Trailblazer Tour.
Man.
That's going to be kicking off at its next stop in Edinburgh. Our friends down there in the Rio Grande Valley will be the beneficiaries here, December 26th through January 5th. Then it's going to go to Houston a couple weeks later, January 14th through February 2nd, Groundhog Day. And boom, RJ, right after Valentine's Day, which you and I are always free on Valentine's Day.
Yeah, when's that? I don't know. Yeah.
I don't even know what that day is, but it's coming right back here to TCH Social and TCH Dallas. We definitely will have a $1 million guarantee for that bad boy.
Yeah, and that tournament's no big deal. Last year, the Texas Card House's very own tournament series, the Trailblazer series, brought in more than $7 million in prize pools. So that's plenty of tournament poker there at the Trailblazer.
That's million with an M.
Correct, yes.
Wow. It's a lot of money.
Lot of money.
Dory going to continue to get either big hands or nothing
She wanted
at all.
something or nothing. This time it's something. She's got the tanks, pocket tens, and the big blind.
Jessie, who we mentioned, likes to splash around. This is his button.
If you have an issue with the card, please put the forward flag on, and we will come over and take care of it.
He did open, and now he's getting 3-bet. We are stubborn as men sometimes. Let's see what he decides to do. with the old truck driver. 10-4, good buddy.
With a head shake, he makes the call. He wants to see a flop. And a flop we shall see. 1.5 million in it. 6, 4, 9. Pretty good flop here for Dory and her tens. And she's going to bet a bunch. Jessie only 1.9 million behind there.
Yeah, only one diamond out there. He has landed bottom pair. And if he's putting Dory on just 2 high cards, this is going to be bad news bears for Mr. Jessie. Yep.
All right, he makes the call here, leaving himself less than $1 million behind.
895 behind. He's going to need some serious runner-runners or a 4 to win this one. Well, there's one
All
of
right,
them.
there's a runner. 6 of diamonds pairs the board here.
He's got himself in this position. There's
Dory
too many
says,
chips out there.
We're doing this thing. I'm just going to go all in. And Jessie does make the call.
He needs those serious runner-runners we mentioned. Needs a
4
diamond.
or a diamond. Three of clubs, no help for Jessie. That's another big pot for Dory. Pocket tens are going to hold another 5.3 million going her way, and she's got a heap of chips now, folks.
Dory, the knockout queen over there in the 2 seat. Great run by our friend Jessie. He is going to finish in 7th place for his troubles today. He's going to take home $3,400 with a little extra 10 there on the end. 34-10 for our man Jessie. Great run. Glad to see you again here, and thanks for all the kind words today as well. Enjoyed playing with you, buddy.
All right, 6-handed now. Players have a prize locked up of $4,080.
They are going to have to get through the Stone Cold Killer as she is at 8 million. She's got a 2-to-1 chip lead on the next closest opponent, which is the Grinch. And she is not in any hurry to let him steal her Christmas money.
So, yeah, she's got a ton. 2 other players have quite a bit.
Yeah, Lego, indeed. You get a little squirrely pre-flop, make what's potentially a rough decision, and, you get hope on flop, turn, and it just compounds. It's kind of like in pro football. Our team here in Dallas loves to do it. A false start turns into another penalty, turns into an interception or something, It's just like one mistake after the other. Get in field goal position, guy jumps off sides, get backed up, and now your kicker misses. So
yeah,
those mistakes can kind of double up on you like that.
We all love the aggression from the button. We all have, we all know how to play our position, play the button, got to raise, got to work the button. But when you get that resistance and that resistance might put you in a dangerous spot, that's where mistakes can compound a little bit. But a heck of a run today for our man.
Well, and the equity that he turned there with the 10-4, how does that even happen?
Right, and that's kind of the sucker bet of continuing with that hand, right? So when you get that equity, it's still painful.
Jim liked it. He says, "Let's go."
Rooting it on.
Pop a coil. Rooting on his woman.
Ronnie B, he knows what's up. Smash that like button, guys. Crew does a heck of a job. Thank you, Ronnie B.
We greatly appreciate it. We got our man Jacob and our newest production team member, Mr. Brendan, over there in the booth next to us.
Ace-9, good enough to rip it here for Michael.
Columbus
From the
C.
hijack, our man Columbus has got jacks in the small blind.
And we're making the call when we got the jiggities. All right, haven't seen much out of Michael yet. He's been kind of card dead.
came in super short here, and he's laddered up, what, 3 rungs so far. So
Absolutely. Keep on climbing.
he'll be looking for a double here. He's got to land something. Michael at risk with his ace-9. Finds a 9, picking up a couple outs here. Jack ball on the turn, and that'll do it. Check mark for Columbus. Dead ant to the river we go. Ace, no help for Michael. Columbus will take down the pot and the elimination of Mr. Michael. He finishes today's tournament in 6th place.
You poker gods with that extra needle, that 2-pair ace-9 on the river.
Very rude.
Set of jiggities is going to get her done, and like you mentioned, he is going to be out in 6th place, $4,080. The next prize is going to be $4,900. So
yeah, look at
juicy.
that. $820 pay jump. That's a pay jump, folks, and a $250 buy-in.
Yeah, but again, shout out to these players for making it this far. The final 9 out of 497 entries.
Nearly 500 entries today.
My over-under prediction today was 509, so that was where I set the bar. We came up just a little short, but really we just wanted to get to 100K. We wanted to
winner.
double the prize pool. We had to get to 477. We got to 497, so great showing today. Thank all of the folks that came out today. And, of course, this our final 9, final table, folks.
Yeah, I would like to know how many times out there in the poker world that a $250 entry accrued a $100,000 prize pool. All right, the Grinch is trying to work the hammer here. 7 deuce in effect from the small blind, but Brian in the big blind, he's got a hand. He'll call. See a flop with that king jack. 7 deuce lands. 8-9 deuce the flop. 300,000 from Grinch.
Immediately bet it when you hit a pair.
Immediately float here from Brian. 2 overs.
Looking for a face or some more outs.
Yeah, 8 of diamonds pairs the board here. And Brian's running a little low over there. So he's going to try to put some effort into this pot. Bets 300,000, but he gets called by the Grinch. And a jack of clubs on the turn. We go check, check. And Grinch finds the bad news. Brian lands the jack on the river to take this one down. 1.9 million in it.
Yeah, he bet with those 2 overs once Simon checked that turn to him. Simon snap called him with just bottom pair. Brian, though, is the one who gets rewarded, taking the Grinch's presents this Christmas.
Gets a little face squirmy from Simon there. It's good to see some players, though, smashing around with kind of overs and stuff. We saw Simon kind of utilize that play earlier from middle position with his ace-9. Didn't really have much. Trying to splash around in there and landed that ace on the river.
We've got some aces, RJ.
The aces are out again.
The Redbirds.
This time for June B. Under the gun here. And he's going to go pretty large, 475,000 to open here.
And that sizing is going to get it done. Look at Dory just not even thinking about it with the king jack. Says he's definitely got something strong there. So nice read there by our chip leader. Not wanting to just give away those newly acquired chips. Our spidey senses were tingling. $240. So there you go. We go from a 4X open to just your min open here from the Queen Jack of Hearts on the button.
Yeah, Brian with 2 letters here. Queen Jack of Hearts. With those newly acquired chips, he'll take it down. Jark said in the chat. Great tournament. Hope it returns. Oh, it'll be back. You
Absolutely.
betcha. That's Mr. Luckbox himself.
That's our man, Mr. Christian. Luckbox Threads. Check him out. RJ wearing his Luckbox Threads hoodie right now.
Wearing the hoodie right now, and it is comfy. Texas legend himself, Bart Bogart, in the chat, rooting on Simon and Dory. What's up, Bart?
Hello, Bartimus. How are you, brother?
300.
All right, Grinch raising it up under the gun with King Jack of clubs, and he's going to find a monster flop. King 7-5, 2 clubs. Columbus trying to defend from the big blind there with that Queen 9. Not a whole lot working here for him, so he will fold to this flop. Simon will take it down.
All right, guys, blinds are up. 75, 150, 153.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
There it is. The mean one taking it down in this one.
That was a mean flop for that suited king there. Top pair and a flush draw. RJ's favorite kind of flush draw.
Favorite. I won 2 pots today, and one of them was with middle pair and a flush draw.
Well, I just wanted to tell Simon.
Can you win a tournament with 2 pots? I don't think you can.
Wasn't it nice that Simon's older sister let him wear her sweater today on the final table?
Yep.
I think it's going to bring him some good luck.
Glasses as well.
Glasses as well. Looking sharp. Starting to see some of those ugly Christmas sweaters coming out. We might have to find ourselves at an ugly Christmas sweater party here, RJ.
There's been a lot. There was a lot today. Saw a couple at the PLO table, a couple in the tournament streets.
What we're saying is, folks, if you want to invite a couple of bachelors,
Ugly
RJ and Eric,
sweaters.
to your ugly Christmas sweater party, we will gladly accept.
Eric's got
As a duo, like Dumb and Dumber.
an ugly sweater tank top.
I do. That's no joke, RJ.
All right, Grinch bumping it up. Battle the blinds here. King Jack in the small blind bumps it up. These two battled last time in an epic battle of the blinds. Here we are again.
There we go. Got a gutter ball for Brian in the big blind.
Last time Grinch raised it up with that 7 deuce and showed that 7 deuce. So Brian definitely remembers that.
The Grinch staring a hole through the side of Brian's head.
Brian with a nutter gutter here. And that's it, the 4 of diamonds.
What a big card, though, RJ. It is a diamond.
Bingo.
Oh, and then running diamonds for the Grinch.
Brian E. Brian E's going to turn the nuts, and we go runner diamonds for a big flush for the Grinch.
What a sick run out. Brian with the nuts on the turn. The Grinch is literally going to steal his Christmas.
800,000 here, the bet from Grinch.
Action card indeed. Naughty. He feels.
All right, Brian E. makes the call here. The nuts shriveled up on the river with that 9 of diamonds. Grinch flushes out. And that one's painful for Brian. $3 million in it.
RJ knows that river was a cold one, says the nuts shriveled up.
That's what happens. The game we play.
It is the game we play. Don't jump in a cold river, folks.
Skinny Cole in the chat. Good night. He's out of here.
He's out of here. Those eyes are getting heavy. Have a good night, brother. What a hand there, man. That was just, those two are Getting some battles.
Yeah, right? Small blind versus big blind. The last 2 orbits. Fireworks between Simon and Brian.
Well, Brian doing a good job there of just making the call, though.
Yeah.
I mean, his tournament was over.
You could tell he didn't love it as soon as Simon fired out there.
325.
Simon going to have to walk that one off.
All right, he likes this one. He's ripping it all in for Mr. Brian. Pocket 10s in the small blind. Columbus was trying to raise it up there in the cutoff, utilize that position, but fire in the blinds. Brian's got a real one.
Much needed chip up there as our blinds have now gone up. 75,000, 150, 150. I think they've been up for just a couple of hands here. We're on hand 29.
150.
We have 5 remaining players out of our 497 entries today. One lovely lady here at the final table, Miss Dory Coyle.
Three and a quarter.
Under the gun with a 10-9 suited.
Column 4.
Yeah, under the gun, always fun spot to try to make it appear as though you're perhaps stronger than what you are.
Yeah, 5-handed, you can look down at a 10-9
Absolutely.
suited.
Under the gun, 5-handed, not terrible position, only a couple players behind you.
Goes a min clickle and a tickle. That'll get her done. If you just joined us, there's 143 you fine folks with us right now on a Saturday night. Can't think of anywhere else you'd rather be, but with RJ and I, we're glad to be here for our Holiday Frenzy final table. $20,690 up top. 5 players left. Everybody's got 4,900 locked up.
Lines are at 75,000, 150,000 now.
400.
This is the 1%er club, though. This is the top 1% of our field. 5 remain out of almost 500.
Matt checks out. Dory raised it up from the button with 10-9. Offsuit.
I made the top 20% today, RJ. You know how much that paid?
June's going to hang around here with pocket deuces in the small blind. We'll be heads up to the flop. 20%, yep, 0. That Matt checks out as well. Open-ended for Dory. 7-8 king the flop.
Yeah, and I think she is going to check back. Interesting.
Well, June's been pretty snug so far at this final table. They've perhaps played with each other throughout the day.
Yeah, June is definitely pretty astute here.
Trying to sneak those deuces in, but this is a rough board for the deuces. And now Dory lands middle, second pair here on the turn with her open-ended draw. Pretty big hand, especially if you're up against a smaller pair. Or even ace-high, perhaps.
Little camera time, little card funeral, but yeah, we're going to let this one go. And Dory takes down another one. Sticks right around that 8 million chip mark.
Just hanging around 8 million, no biggie.
All right, got some more love in the chat. Thanks again, folks. And if you are enjoying this or you got a friend or family member playing, smash that like button if you will. Hit subscribe to our channel because we have a lot of great content. I know we're going to start putting out hopefully some more highlight reels. RJ and I love doing that on our own. But we've got great content from the Austin location, our friends down there in the Rio Grande Valley, and of course Houston. they would also greatly appreciate it because it gets their stream out in the algorithms as well.
A walk for the Grinch. He'll take it.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. Well, Christian, we greatly appreciate that. We have fun doing it and love that we get to hang out with, 150 plus folks on a Saturday night. Call y'all our poker friends and fam. Just hit the 1 hour mark. Through 32 hands, we are down to 5 players. What do the cool kids call it, where you just continue to compliment somebody just over and over and over? Is it called glazing?
6-7. Wait, no, I think it's something different.
Eddie doing his best to glaze up this story. We see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Dory is pretty cool.
She is the coolest. Love the dynamic between her and old Jimbo. Power poker couple. Couldn't be any more different when they're at the poker table.
I was talking to that cute guy over there.
Oh, look at Dory. Says, I'm just talking to that cute guy over there.
Does he look at you too?
She's talking about Pookie.
Call him, I wouldn't tell you. Hey, it's 370.
Ace on the button here for the Grinch. And it's pretty raggy in the blinds here, but Dory's going to hang around. 8 triz, hearts.
What do you want on the flop?
She's feeling spicy.
Call something. Just one card.
And that is a
3, 6, 5, 2 hearts.
spicy enchilada on that flop.
Hello, salt and pepper. Please.
3 1/4.
Grinch bets 3 1/4 here.
She says, I like the 3. And how about the flush on the turn, RJ? Looky this, Dory. Putting in work.
No waiting. Another heart for Dory.
And when your flush is only 8 high, no reason to slow play it. Deny equity from somebody holding a bigger heart. She comes out for 500,000.
I love it. Dory's making hands and coming out swinging when she does. And that's how she's got that chip stack cooking.
Yeah, thought that might be a check raise spot, but she just knew that heart was coming. And she's hoping that Simon has something here when she leads for 500,000. Simon, not loving it.
Grinch here in the tank, facing this bet. Facing this bet of 500,000 from Dory. All right, Grinch lays it in the muck. Dory's going to take down another one. 925,000 in profit.
If I doubled you up, I was going to do it in the smallest denominators I could.
Building on that chip stack is Dory over there. She's approaching 9 million now at 8.7.
Next closest player is the Grinch, but she's still got him 2-1. RJ going to go outside and check out that second tournament, that 175 buy-in today. They are down to heads up. That was the one that Mr. Jim Coyle was at the final table earlier. They are down to their final 2. Dory continues. It's top pair on the turn there and takes it down. So it is heads up in that second tournament. What's
That's
that
right.
One? What's that one called again? Do we have a name for that
The
tournament?
$175 Saturday Night Deep Stack.
Okay.
It doesn't have a cool name. Maybe they should let us name it. We could come up with something fun. But yeah, they're heads up of 150 people. 150 entries in that bad boy. We've got Harvey and Grace.
Oh, couple of
Friends.
couple of our faves.
That's right, friends of the TCH live stream. Not Harvey Castro, but you'd recognize Harvey if you play a lot of tournaments here at TCH Dallas, one of our
He's
friendly daily customers.
yeah.
Harvey's around a lot.
Works as a consultant out in the oil field, so
Okay.
sometimes he'll be gone for a couple weeks at a time when he's out there in the field.
He and Grace both always so gracious when they see us and compliment our work and say hello. And so a shout out to those guys for running deep and getting a nice payday.
Queen 10 versus Queen 10. Guess what? No queen, no 10 on the flop.
High probability of opportunities here.
But
A diamond.
the
comes
queen of the
in.
run good is going to pick up a little extra equity.
350.
And this sometimes is a spot where you're just like, do I just really want to give 350K to my opponent? Yes, I've got a diamond draw, but is it even good if it hits?
Yeah, Drox
Dory playing smart.
said reminding us that that nighttime event often gets named the You Busted the Big One, so come play in this Saturday night tournament.
Let's call it the You Lost the Big One, but cleared your schedule tournament.
The Saturday Night Mulligan.
Your schedule has an opening now.
Yeah, and
Come on in.
that field obviously today bumped up a little bit in entries courtesy of people getting eliminated from this.
Did you see how many entries were in that, you said?
150, right? 150 even?
Ace of 4.
Yeah, 150 even.
150 plus 497.
That's a lot of tournament entries for a Saturday. Casual Saturday here at Texas Card House Dallas.
Now this is cool. We got I Am Her says, I have no idea what's going on, but it's intense and it's exciting.
It is.
I'm no card player, but I'm here watching my big cousin Columbus, and Dory has all the chips. Well, that's awesome that you are rooting on your cousin. I Am Her. Cool name, by the way, too.
All right, Brian and his Jack's going to take this one down. So, yes, we apologize, I Am Her. We will say some words that relate to poker and the poker audience that you may not know the exact definition of. Feel free to ask if we say anything that throws you for a loop, but it is intense.
The Saturday Night Mulligan Tournament. Down to heads up out there. Matthew Ratliff joining us. Dory always looking strong,
Yeah,
but
she's
super strong tonight.
looking super strong with that heap of chips in front of her. June jumping in there with some suited connectors, 5-4 at diamonds.
Again, small blind, big blind getting in there.
Jack 10 deuce.
Hello, Doyle.
Two pairs.
Texas Dolly smashing the board.
10 deuce flopping bottom 2 here. Checks it over to Brian. And we check around. 8 of hearts might put some draws out there. We'll see what Simon thinks of that card. Simon the Grinch does check it.
Yeah, and he's looking for a check raise spot here. It's definitely a card you want to deny equity from if you get a bet. So this is his final opponent in the cutoff. June is going to take the bait.
He's reaching for chips. He says, I got 5 high and I need to win a pot.
Looky there. I love the slow-mo push of the chips from the Grinch.
You see June wiggle right away like, that didn't work.
He knows he will never get those chips back. Not in this pot, at least.
Check raise does come in from the Grinch, and that'll take it down. June's in the muck. Another pot for Mr. Simon the Grinch. The mean one at work again here in hand 36. Now he's got the button.
There is a new Grinch movie out, isn't there? I keep seeing stuff on
Man,
the interwebs.
I've been under a rock. There,
I think there is.
I believe you.
Is there a new Grinch movie out, folks?
That's
Tell me,
right. Let us
or am I
know.
dreaming? Did I have a dream earlier about
You
the
know
Grinch?
us in the chat. We couldn't tell you what movies were out. Movies are for people to go on dates. Not us.
Raise 375.
375,000 to bet here from the Grinch. Working that button against those blinds. Dory's got 6-3 of clubs in the big blind. She did some work last time with some raggedy suited almost connectors. This time, Grinch is going to flop top pair, though. Brian's got the real hand that whiffed.
Dory's going to land bottom pair, and she is going to bet it. See where she's at. Grinch 2 comes out next year, 2026. Okay. So they're advertising it now.
So yeah, pretty good size bet here from Dory, 800,000. And Grinch wasting no time, raised from the button, landed top pair. He is a raising. 1.9 million from Simon, and that takes it down.
What? It's a fake trailer?
AI's getting us. It's an AI trailer.
Well, I'm telling you, I just
rude.
looked. There is a new soundtrack, possibly.
And I heard a rumor of, speaking of possibilities, possibly there's a video of you on your social media, on your Instagram, smashing a beer down onto the felt.
Not a beer.
Of a poker table.
Don't put me out there,
and
RJ.
chunking cards. But it's AI work.
There's Amber. Speaking of beer, she's bringing out the real beer. That was a energy drink.
All right. We'll get back to that in a second because we got a real hand here. Grinch has aces. So he gets to raise again here, continuing what appears to be a continuation of aggression, but this time he has a premium, folks.
And Dory is going to make the call with the 10-9, so aces going three ways.
June in the big blind, he's got a pair. Those sixes are definitely sticking around. 7-7 ace. Flops a boat here for Simon the Grinch.
Well,
he'll throw a small continuation bet out there, see if he can catch anything on the hook here.
yeah, the downsizing may get him a little bit of chips here if June decides to make the call, but
yeah, June does have a pair working, but pretty rough flop here.
I mean, flopping aces full is almost like flopping quads, so you hate to scare your opponents off. Let them catch something.
Does go for it there, yeah.
Shows it. Tisk, 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 Simon.
And of course, if you know your opponent has a pair in the big blind, you'd let that turn peel, right?
Yeah. 6
pills out there and you get all the chili, but tried to make it look as suspicious as possible, but to no avail.
Oh, they're doing special screenings for the Grinch because it's the 25th anniversary of the Jim Carrey film, but there are just rumors that there will be a Grinch 2. So there we go. We got our answer, courtesy of AI and googly goo searches.
Another premium hand here in hand number 40. This time, the button and Dory. She's got kings.
She's got kings, and she knows how to use them.
Raise it up, take it down, no resistance.
Yeah, she gets a little bit back from that kind of large sizing she went with just a bit ago when she had bottom pair. I knew she wanted that one back, and she got a good chunk of it back right there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good pot that she went after there with that 800,000 bet, but yeah, with these blinds, 150,000, 75,000, that is already a cool 375,000 in the pot before we even get anything started. So these blinds will keep the game moving five-handed.
Wow, under the gun just folds queen jack there. Those hands do start to get a little stronger when you're five-handed, but Brian knowing when to zig and zag, because June's going to wake up with the ace jack.
Ace jack on the button, and June will rip it.
And rip it right into the Grinch, who's going to actually get a count, even though he's only holding a 4-3, because it's just not a lot.
No action.
4 high.
June with a little side needle, being a little competitive when he's super short. I love it. I've played quite a bit of cash with June over the last couple years, I think. You know, just a session here and there. Good to see him in the tournament streets and making a final table. Shout out to friends and family of Mr. June. If anybody's got any info on Mr. Brian in the 6th seat, where he's from, or want to tell us something about him,
That's right. He might
let us
have
know.
some friends and family watching out there somewhere.
June's got another ace. He's going to rip it. Acey deucey.
Ace deuce suited. Usually pretty good starter. Rags behind him, so he'll take that one down. No action again, but that's okay.
Basketball Maven and Mesa Burr Productions joining us. Welcome. Mesa, you get just a couple more loyalty points by chatting throughout the night. You get up to 10 points. You can gamble those. Look at this hand. Is the Kings just the hand tonight? It is going around.
Kings are out. This time for June. He's gone all in the last two hands. What to do this time with Kings under the gun?
Keep going.
Now that he's got 1.3 million in his stack. All in again, that a kid.
3 straight all-ins for June. I love it. And wow, Simon is going to make the call with the king-queen.
Yeah, if you have the opportunity to do it the third time in a row with this massive premium, you definitely go after it. And this time it's going to get action from a dominated hand.
Simon shows, and that's going to be good news for June. He's like, oh, you got a king? I got 2 of them. Well, let's see if the Kings can hold for June. He's got 91% equity, RJ.
That's a lot.
I got to work on not winning my flips, but winning my 91 to 9s.
91 to 9 it is for June. He's at risk. Deuce 5-7, 2 hearts.
He's got the heart.
Looking
check
good.
Mark. Check mark.
Check mark indeed. Kings are going to hold here. King, queen, running dry.
There you go. Big old double up for June. He won 3 hands in a row there, including the double up. So
yeah, it was important to pick up those blinds and antes 2 hands previously, because that puts a little extra meat in this rabbit. $3 million.
Absolutely.
In this pot.
Stacy Jones letting us know that Brian is originally from the Show Me State. He's a Missourian, and he's now in the Metroplex. Thank you for that, Stacy. Welcome to the chat. Definitely share that with friends and family so they not only know about Brian and his awesome run tonight, making it to the final 5 at least out of 497 entries, but share it with family so they know a little bit about Texas Card House. We have 6 locations across the state of Texas. We'd like to see some more people from the Show Me State come down and play some cards in Texas.
Yeah, a couple of fine dealers over at Las Colinas, some of Missouri's finest.
And one of our new friends, Mr. Esky Poker.
That's right.
Straight out of Mizzou.
Spent some time at the University of Missouri, he did. I believe I want to say he's not from there, though, but he did go to Mizzou.
He claims it. He claims Mizzou. How about another pot for June? He is running hot now.
That's quite an orbit right there. That lap of the button for June went from crumbs all the way up to 3.1 million.
And if you've got to save your run good in a tournament, this is where you want it to happen, right? At the final table. Sometimes you can just kind of limp your way along and make it to a final table, but once you get there, that's where you want to run good. And June having a nice run here.
Yeah, the run good at these final tables can make you some real money.
Yeah.
And of course, we're talking about some nice pay jumps here down the stretch of this one.
Yeah, full kill pot there for June there, the 3 seat. It's not going to be 5 hands in a row. He's going to get out of the way with the 9 deuce. Now we've got the battle of the small pairs.
All right. Brian raised it up with pocket 5s. Columbus defending with the pocket 6s. And, of course, we get this big old flop, King Jack 9.
Does go check, check.
All right, a Jack pairs the board here on the turn, bringing in some chopportunities, which would be weird.
Yeah, both players playing very cautious here.
4 spades, so that's going to leave the 6s live here. If we go check, check, 6s will take it in a showdown. And we do.
We got a little stutter there a second ago, Lego, but maybe try refreshing your browser. I know it's had a couple of lags for us.
It's probably just me.
Probably just you?
Yeah.
You make me happy, RJ.
Thank you, buddy. All right, Brian E. getting dangerous over there at 1.09 million. The blinds have gone up again, 100,000, 200,000, and he will be in the big blind next hand. So that will be nearly 40% of Brian's stack in the pot next hand.
All right.
Columbus come in with a raise there, 500,000 from the small blind. Simon Grinch got pocket 10s. He raises all in. And that'll do it.
That were a heads-up battle at the final table there. Maybe the king high calls, but we got 5 players left. We're just going to let that one go. Give those chips over to the Grinch and move on.
And that was nice work there from Columbus, putting in the little king high pressure. King high's supposed to be good with only one hand behind you. Gets the news that it's probably not, and just in the muck he goes. Well done.
June looking perplexed. Like, wait a minute. These cards are starting to look familiar.
Man.
Lots of aces and kings.
He's like, I got another good hand.
And he's not even going to mess around. He's just going to stick a big old stack of red chips out there.
Super shorty in the big blind here. So,
well, RJ, remind the folks what the denominations of those chips are. The white chips are what, 5K chips?
5,000 for those white chips. Those are the small denomination right now. Those blue chips are 25,000 each. And those beautiful red chips are 100,000 each.
So he just slid a cool 500K out there. No. 2 million was the bet. That was 20 $100,000 chips.
Yeah, probably about 2 million.
2 milli.
Yep, I did. Looks like he's got about a full stack there, maybe a little more. All right, this time June is just calling with the suited ace-8. And yeah, you may think why he didn't try to trap that shorty in the big blind. He's got a lot of chips in between him and the big blind there, so don't want to play yourself into your own trap with Columbus and Simon there in between you and the shorty. This time he's got ace-8 of diamonds, and he's got a bunch of it. Flops 2 diamonds with an 8 and turns the ace of hearts. So now he's got 2 pairs and a flush draw. That's a lot.
Dory is checking. He's got so much hand. I would like to see a check back here, to be honest, but He is going to bet it.
And Dory does have that 10 in her hand, so it's going to be a little bit tempting for her at 475,000.
What do I know? He's going to get a call here. Dory is going to check again. Let's see if June can find a size that he can get called here.
1.4 million in it. It's going to have to be pretty small. Dory wasn't thrilled with that turn bet.
All right, Christian's not stuttering on his stream anymore.
Does go with the size that makes Dory think about it, and she's reaching. Wants to see it.
Non-believer.
Makes the call, finds out the bad news. June B picks up another pot. 1.6 million in profit, and he is cruising.
All right, so we got Androids and 4-year-old computers running well. Lego has some sort of a beefy gaming rig that's got more numbers and letters than I've ever seen, and it's stuttering.
Yeah, he's like building engines for Elon over there.
It's too beefy. Too many injections. Too many beefy injections. Well, that is a hit to Miss Dory and a big ol' hit going the right way for our 3-seat, Mr.
All right,
June.
Brian's on the button with not many blinds, and he's looking at Big Slick. So he's going to rip it here. 585,000, the all-in. Nearly 3 blinds. Folds over to Jude in the big blind where he has 6-3, and he does not want to mess with it. Just throws 6-3 in the muck and lets Brian take it down.
Yeah, that was much needed for Brian. He's over $1 million now, but that, folks, is only 5 big blinds. So he is going to need to find another one of those shoves real soon.
Yeah, that'll keep him afloat here. He's doggy paddling over there.
The Grinch somehow manages to step over the velvet rope there while looking down at his phone wearing sunglasses and not trip and eat his face on our table.
Never a doubt.
Not that I would wish for that to happen, but man, it would make for a great highlight reel.
Oh. Now, if it were to happen to anyone, Simon would be the one because he would get a kick out of it as much as we would.
We would.
Yeah.
And it would go viral.
Absolutely. And he would appreciate that.
You're not supposed to eat the table, sir.
All right, Queen Jack here for Dory on the button. Raising it up, 500,000 to go. 2 blinds and a half. So that'll take it down.
Man, we could do something with a video like that. You know, if we could make that happen, if y'all could put that out there in the universe to have somebody trip over that velvet rope and not hurt themselves, of course, because we don't want anybody getting hurt. But we're here for comedy. One of the funniest videos I've ever seen.
We don't need HR to get involved.
Is a gal texting on her phone in a shopping mall in the middle of the afternoon. Not a lot of people there.
Right.
And she doesn't look to where she's walking, and she falls right into the water fountain. It just drenches herself. Thinks nobody's looking, and the whole time the security is like rewinding the video and just laughing. So,
awesome.
Simon, if you could make that happen, sir, we'd be okay with it. He's going to kick me right in the shins when he finds out I'm saying this.
All right, this hand looking a little raggy, but now somebody's going to rip it. Columbus rips it. He is all in with pocket threes, and the Grinch beats him in the pot. What does the Grinch have?
Three coming, though.
The Tony Dorsett.
Grinch Simon finds queens here. So we got a battle of the small blind, ripping with threes. Big blind wakes up with queens.
Tony Dorsett, Larry Bird.
Deuce 5-9. Columbus at risk here. The 4 of hearts on the turn. That's a big card to be open-ended for the threes. 10 of diamonds, no help. Queens are going to hold, and that will eliminate our friend Columbus.
Columbus Chris is going to be out of there. And shout out.
He will finish in 5th place. A sweet run today for Mr. Columbus.
Shout out to I Am Her, his cousin, who is tuning in watching. Her, your cousin is going to take home $4,900 for his efforts today.
Pretty sweet prize.
That's a pretty nice score there for Columbus Chris. Another nice run for him. We will see you again, brother. And then there were 4, RJ.
Then there were 4, and look at that pay jump. Now players have a prize locked up. A little over $6,300, four-handed.
No stutter on my phone currently with the 5G.
A lovely bet there from the Grinch. Just splashes out some of those beautiful red 100,000 chips.
I don't know what to tell you, Lego. My mom was a speech pathologist for 41 years. If she needs to come over and fix that stutter, I'll send Dottie on over and she'll get that speech impediment worked right out for you. Better than a lisp.
I was listening to a show the other day, a podcast that I wanted to hear. Some friends were involved, and one of their mics was tuned to a level that gave them a lisp, and I knew the person involved doesn't have a lisp. And oh my gosh, that's like scraping my face across a chalkboard.
Scraping your face?
Yes. All right, Grinch bets a whole bunch here. It looks like June raised under the gun. So we'll see what June has here in just a moment, but Grinch will re-raise. Looks like about $475,000 the re-raise. So we could have something brewing here. Brian in the small blind over there with a super short stack, just loving all this action. He's already laddered up once. And he's just over there chilling, trying to make some more money.
Graphics getting caught up.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Oh, wow. So Dory has ripped it all in.
Dory is all in, and we don't know what her hand is just yet. Grinch raised from the button with Big Slick. June's out of there. He has ace, queen of diamonds, the original raiser.
So graphic, there we go. She's got the jiggities. So this is a battle, folks. Ace, queen in the muck for June B. What a time to dodge for him. He's got ace, king behind him. A lot of respect for Dory Coyle, for our man Simon, the Grinch. I don't know how you fold here.
Yeah, this is a massive rip. They both have a ton of chips.
Four-handed, and we get jacks, ace, queen suited, and ace, king.
And of course, it's the 2 chip leaders, June and Brian, both just rooting on the madness here.
Especially Brian, our 6th seed. He's like, come on, somebody get eliminated and let me get that next ladder up.
What are you doing? No, it's suicide.
Well, listen to the players here.
You can see Jim Coyle eagerly watching from the rail.
Both players here pretty sharp. I can promise you they know about the chip stacks around them.
Well, and the weird thing is too, right?
We have 3 minutes to 4 so I can see this hand on the stream.
I think he knows too that June had something in the ace, jack, ace, queen range as well because of his body language, his comments that he made.
And he may end up talking himself out of remembering that knowledge, but the information was there for sure.
He's talking to 3. He knows they're flipping. Look at the fold.
Queens?
No, but really close. You'll know it a little bit.
So he's putting her on queens. He knows they're going to be flipping. He's got a player with less than 5 big blinds right to his left. He just didn't want to flip for it right there.
Yeah, it's a fold.
Wow. Yeah, I really think the way June reacted there, and again, June didn't really give up anything as far as talking about his hand. Didn't do anything unethical or that's not allowed.
I mean, June has opened, what, 2 or 3 times?
Yeah.
He's not, I mean, besides the 3 all-ins he did.
But June just kind of said, oh, what's going on here? Like, big moment. So now Simon kind of knows June's got a big hand, too. Dory's going to rip it. He just knew something was up. And yeah, ICM fold indeed. I know we need a rabbit hunt, guys. Ugh. Huge flip there, right? 7.5 million to 5.5 million.
Yeah, and you can't flip in this spot. You can't do it.
Simon's asking him. He's like, "You had an ace, didn't you?"
I think I don't know.
That's all right, yeah, you guys still,
And Jude's trying not to tell him.
He said,
I had ace king.
Yeah, ace king. I had jack.
I can beat you. Just, yeah.
Yeah. I figure since we're on a 13-minute right, y'all.
Jude not giving him much information, that a boy.
well, they are about to go on a break here shortly. Here might be the reason it was not a call, folks. Brian E. is going to rip it with the King Jack. He's only got 585,000. Here is an all-in that the Grinch is more than happy to call because it won't hurt him if he loses.
And he's got an ace. So you're definitely not giving the shorty a free ride when he got that ace in the big blind. Off to the flop we go. Brian's going to be a risk. 7-8-8 the flop. 6 on the turn. Ace-9 still looking good. Brian needs some help.
Does
Deuce.
not get it.
Deuce of clubs, no help for Brian. The Grinch is going to get another knockout. Brian will finish this tournament in 4th place. What a sweet run for Mr. Brian, including a couple of ladder ups here at the final table as he was hanging on for dear life. Well done, Brian.
Brian, our friend from the Show Me State, the Missourian, is going to take down some Texas money, finish in 4th place, 63.80 for his troubles, and 4th place out of 497 entries. What a sick run.
Sick run and a pretty good Saturday. We are now 3-handed between these 3. Players have a prize locked up of $9,300. Yeah, Maven's saying he thinks it might be a call in the
50.
in the computers. Feel free to check that one out for us, because yeah, with that shorty behind him and the original razor in front of you, yeah, I think I'd have beat him in the muck.
Well,
I'd be surprised if it was a call, but it could have been.
Here's a spot here. We got the middling pocket pair that gets out-flopped by Dory. Dory lands top pair, queen. Bet from Simon, and a call. Just misses him by 1 here. Dory's still way good. It goes check, and now Dory puts $1 million out there. And I think the Grinch made the call. He did. We went to a river. Jack.
River goes check, check here. Top pair is going to be good for Dory.
Wow. Dory stepping in it several hands ago, gets herself right back out of it and has almost 10 million in chips. She continues to grind and gets that chip lead right back. Don't mess with mama. Ryan C. Potts with some good input as well, yeah.
Yeah, and Lego mentioning that
just a gross spot, man.
Dory knows if she rips right there, Simon can't just jump in a race right there.
Grinch gonna take that one down. He's over 7 million. 500K in chips in the middle every hand. So plenty to fight for just in blinds alone here.
100,000, 200,000. It's been a wild and exciting, eventful final table. I love it.
Really has. Got some great action from the jump. We had an all in the very first hand, and it's not slowed down since. 3-handed Dory with an ace. That's good for a raise on the button. Speaking of Mizzou, there's our boy, Ryan Farrell, saying howdy. And some more love for Dory.
Now, is that Esky?
That is Esky.
Okay.
Esky Poker.
I seen that thing the other day.
One of our faves.
What up, Esky?
It's not a migraine. It's I had vertigo. I had a bout of it a couple of days ago. and
Now, if you'd like to mention,
it's really those.
like,
those
what part
lights
of
on
the
side
country you went to high school, we were trying to figure that out earlier.
I'm not
We know
picky,
you
but I just-
represent Mizzou very well as you went to school there, but I feel like you were from somewhere else.
Waxed it a couple of times.
That's interesting.
I
For a
know.
migraine.
Our favorite New Zealander, Kiwi Special, joining
Hello,
us
Kiwi.
from the other side of the planet. Hello, Kiwi.
10-6-8 the flop here, top pair for the Grinch. We're three-handed here, so you're either the button or the blind, so you are in the action a lot.
St. Louis. I believe that is in Missouri, RJ.
It is, yep. East St. Louis is not, but St. Louis is.
I really just want to close my eyes.
Uh-oh. Dory's saying that she had a little case of vertigo.
Yeah, she and I were talking about that earlier.
Head was
and that
hurting.
is-
Head's hurting her a little bit, but man, she is putting in some work on this final table. She's probably going to need this break.
Man,
It's
yeah.
been a long day. They started at 10 a.m. this morning.
She plays in a billion tournaments, too. I don't know how she does it. I play in, like, one every 3 months, and I just get grinded out on it, you know?
All right, Grinch going to take that one down. How many minutes do we have? We got about 8 minutes left in this level.
Yeah, she said she's having a headache tonight, and she's having some vertigo kick up on her, and that stuff is not good. No fun.
Yeah, she said not a migraine, but feels like it because she was experiencing some vertigo within the last week. I know vertigo is no joke.
Yeah, my pops had a rough vertigo spout.
We mentioned those lights being bright.
I think it's like 2 years ago, and man, they thought he had a stroke. It was like a crazy session deal with just vertigo. All right, Jack 7 a flop here. Gut shot for June. Queen high working for the Grinch. 8 of diamonds on the turn. Gut shot, bingo, bango, no waiting. June with the 10 of diamonds as well. Finds a customer here, checking the turn. Grinch will jump out there, 85. Pardon me, that's 350 the bet.
And it is a diamond. Diamond on diamond crime here. Neither one wanting to bet. They want to take it to showdown here with their flushes.
Yeah, June probably would have felt better there with just the straight, but does find himself with a flush and gets to stack the pot anyway.
Yeah, interesting spot for June, right? Both players have him by at least 2-1 on his left and right.
Yep, there's a good look at those chip counts. June at 3.6.
About 16 big blinds.
A good heap to his left and a massive heap to his right. The mumbler in play here. 3-5 of diamonds for Grinch.
Who wants the pot? Bet it, take it down.
Dory with king high there. Does let it go. I tell you, Simon does terrific work in the blinds. He's done that this entire final table. He and Brian had some battles, and he is not scared to mix it up in the blinds, right?
Is there?
There's a trophy.
Oh.
You should come bring it on the table.
Right.
It's like a little trophy that's got a Christmas tree on it.
They'll probably bring it out whenever it gets it.
Dory mentioning that crystal trophy we mentioned with the little Christmas tree in it. Thinking they'll probably bring it out when it gets down to heads up. Show the
Has
players
not made an appearance just yet.
what else they're playing for. Not just a big old cash prize.
Jack 10-8, it's all clubs. Dory's open-ended. June's got middle pair and a tiny club. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say all that, Brad Kogel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't bet against Simon, not right now. I wouldn't bet against Simon.
Sounds like the name of a comedian that my parents would not let me go see the show.
Oh, that's funny.
Shout out to June in the chat. Let's go, June from U2.
No relation to Bono. Welcome, you two.
Might be Bono.
Still hasn't found what he's looking for.
Was that the Beatles?
No, RJ. The Grinch
Yeah,
steals another.
Lego's saying he's had some rough Vertigo episodes, and he's able to keep an eye on it now. So, yeah, stay healthy, brother.
All right, finally caught up. Was on a little delay. Says Eric and RJ, very entertaining tonight. Well, we try our best.
Thank you.
You guys in the chat make it easy, and this is a fun time to do what we like to do when we get close to about 2 hours in a stream. Ask everybody, where are you watching from and who you're rooting on?
All right, Grinch has jacks in the small blind. He's been applying the pressure a lot in the blinds tonight, and this is where it really comes in handy when you start to get these premiums. 7, 10, 5. The flop could be a little spice here. Grinch has an overpair. Dory's open-ended.
You guys can hear that song in the background. I see what you did there, Christian. Meet in the middle.
Grinch leads out here. 875,000. Definitely catching the attention of Miss Dory here.
What a spicy card a jack would have been.
Yeah, she might be sizing up a little something here. And she is.
Woo! Could see a jammy jam here from the Grinch.
Dory got to put the hammer down with her jacks earlier. We'll see what the Grinch thinks of this one.
You can see those eyebrows pointing in. Does not like getting raised here at all with the overpair.
Yeah, and this raise, although just a min click, puts a lot of pressure on Simon Grinch here.
Yeah, and unless she's got a set, he's probably going to put her on the 8-9 or like an ace-10, king-10 type of holding. See what he does here with the jacks. He is in great shape.
You definitely he's in that spot where he wants to click it back, but he doesn't really have the stack to do so. So this min click applies more pressure to his stack than what he feels comfortable with. He may have to either just fold or rip it.
Yeah, those are the options here, right? The pot is ballooned now to 4 million. He's just got 5.8 in his stack, so just over stack to pot ratio of 1.
He does rip it. He's all in. Grinch Simon has found the rip. All in for 6.7 million.
And this is definitely a clear ICM situation here. This would be crippling to Dory. were she to make this call. And she's got a player to her left. Doesn't have a whole lot left in his stack, about 15 big blinds.
And she makes the call. She's going to go for it.
She is playing for the win, folks. She has 6 live outs. Simon holding 2 of her outs.
And, of course, if she does hit a jack, that brings in outs for the Grinch as he could fill up.
Here we go. Big pot here.
Queen of spades. 6 or jack now. Live for Dory. 10 of diamonds. No help for Dory.
Wow.
Grinch is going to pick up a monster with the jacks. 14.7 million in it. And that could be a little bit crippling to the stack of Dory.
Yeah, it's going to leave her with about 2 million in chips.
2 million, okay.
Yeah, I felt like that. Jacob mentioning, you know, he's able to hear everything that's going on because he's listening to our dealer.
It's
and
late.
Knows what's going on.
It's late, right? These players have been at it for, you're looking at 13, 14 hours now.
Her head's pounding. She's definitely got.
And sometimes after 14 hours of poker, you're in a good payday spot. You can go for the win if you want, right?
Yeah. June definitely getting a newfound confidence because he's got 15 big blinds, maybe 16. Dory now has just 10. So Mary getting this pot right. Again, our friend, the lovely Dory, is really not feeling good. These lights are super bright. It's been a long day, so I'm sure that definitely influenced that call, but obviously, you know, she's going to eliminate another player and have 16 million in chips if she wins that.
Miss Dory is a baller, a tournament crusher, and if she wants to go for it, she can go for it.
Absolutely. She's got 9,300 locked up, so already a great score.
I shouldn't have told you there was a trophy. All right, y'all are on a break, guys.
So the players are going to be on a break, and it's going to be a short break, thank goodness. We're not going to make you wait for a long break. It looks like just about 4 minutes, 50 seconds left. So run to the refrigerator, run to the bathroom, do your thing. I'm going to do the same. And I will see you guys back here in a minute. RJ's going to keep you entertained, though.
We got it. There's what we're playing for. We're down to 3 players. Our man Simon, the Grinch, with now 14.75 million in his stack, a commanding chip lead over his 2 opponents. June second in chips with only 3.1 million. And of course the Miss Dory, she's still hanging on to that 2 million after that massive pot there. Goes to Simon. There's what we're playing for up top, $20,690, just a $250 buy-in. This, the Texas Card House Dallas Holiday Frenzy. It's been a good one. Down to 3 players here. We'll check out.
Give me 1 second.
We'll check out folks in the chat. Did anyone give us a shout out as to where you're checking in from? Of course, we know Kiwi checking in from all the way down in New Zealand.
I cracked the whip on it.
One of our very favorites. Saw Princeton, Texas getting a shout out in the chat. I learned where that is today.
125, 250, but yeah, we can take out the white chips.
Run up there to 380 and then take a right. You'll get there eventually.
It's perfect 4 for him, right? So let's do this.
Cold chicken and cold pizza.
All right, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million. You see that?
Yep.
Adam H in the chat, not you two. All right, all right.
2 million.
Good job.
3 million. This might go fast. 3 million right here, okay?
Okay.
That's dead.
Adam checking in from Fort Worth, just down the road.
75,000.
Yeah, Native Girl Slots.
100.
from Alabama. Ryan C. Potts checking in from my hometown, OKC.
Oh, break 23.
What up, Ryan?
100,000.
Yes.
100,000.
But Maury said she could find.
Lego, he's up near 380
Let's
somewhere.
race this real quick. Let's race this.
Yeah. I'm looking. Oh.
You know, you guys are
A
racing.
lot of our social friends here at the TCH Club coming in from 380 area.
So we need to race off?
Yes, we do. Well, you know what? It didn't say race off.
Finish it off, Miss Thing.
Oh, I will.
You know what? It doesn't say race off, but we have all the lines. Yeah, let's race off.
Luke says he's ready to open a casino.
Yeah, we don't need the.
Well, Texas isn't quite ready for you just yet, but you know they're thinking about it.
Clean this up way over. Let me get the stuff out of here.
She already. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
Ash, I saw that.
without mixing this card.
My OKC Thunder taking the L today.
She already set it up.
24-2, not bad,
That
but
was my fault. I didn't call for a race off.
takes the L in the semifinals of the NBA Cup. That's rather rude.
I'm gonna take.
Had a significant lead throughout that game, and
Someone's got all the chips.
it somehow disappeared in the fourth quarter.
We're racing the.
Wemby and the Spurs get the dub.
It's Diamond wins. Pull it over.
Luke checking in from Tennessee.
Here, just pull over my stack.
Yep, we got Alabama, Tennessee, and a whole bunch of folks along 380.
I can't believe he had 4 in the ring.
Up there in Prosper,
Yeah.
hopefully prospering.
Princeton to Prosper to Denton to whatever else is out there.
Wow, Miss Mary.
Speaking of caffeine, I just got a latte, and the players are coming back
Two favorites.
to the final table
The good,
Gave all my money to
right on
the
time.
good news is. you won
Right
the race
on,
with
right
one
on.
RJ and I are all caffeinated.
With one chip, you
1
won.
million.
He's sipping on a monster.
2
2 million
million.
red. Right, 1 million, 2 million.
It's late local time.
I'm not losing my money.
We're approaching 1:30 a.m. in the morning here. So we appreciate the nearly 150 viewers we have watching live with us. And of course, throughout the week, I'm sure we'll get a couple more thousand to watch this video. Hello to you folks as well.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Had the lovely Miss Mary starting out the show as our dealer. Now we've got Dina
Great job from Mary, as usual.
bringing in the closer. Reminder, we will be back on Tuesday nights with our cash stream, RJ and I, and of course our friend Aaron McAvoy from Austin joins us every Tuesday night. Normally a 5, 10, 25 game. I believe that's what we'll have this Tuesday as well. Big cash stream. If you want to get on our cash stream, this is how you do it. You contact the lovely Miss Mallory. She puts together our lineups. Always looking for new players, so feel free. Shoot her a message. You can find her on the socials at Mallory Poker on Instagram. That is Mallory Klaus, the winner of which tournament was it last year? Was it the Trailblazer? Yeah, it was the Trailblazer for
I believe it was the Trailblazer main.
$211,000.
That's pretty good, Bink.
Pretty good bink for the lovely Miss Mallory, but she's still doing her thing, traveling the country and still putting together our lineups.
We always confuse it with the Poker Atlas main, but the Poker Atlas main was won by
Are you sure you need another like stack bread?
our friend, the Green Bay Packers fan.
Alex Rendon,
Yeah, didn't he win that?
he did.
Okay, there we go.
As did our friend Michael Beckham.
Yeah,
Mike
'cause-
B.
Yeah, because we've had two now.
And Mike B, who just finished second in
I
the
saw
even bigger
that.
one.
Killing it.
Then he goes to Vegas
Yes.
and binks a mystery tournament with a bunch of bounties,
Yeah.
65,000
Yeah, Mike B was telling us that this whole tournament thing is new to him.
since July.
And he's,
July.
he
300K. 300K in cashes, RJ, since July.
Well, I'd say stick with it for a little while and
Yeah.
see how it goes.
Stick with it.
Because you're killing it.
Dory won the race.
You guys doing okay?
Robert Catlett on the West Coast.
The clock's running. We should
Got him some coffee.
Why is the clock running?
Sunday evening already.
Let's gotta go back.
Sunday evening down there
Down
in
under.
New Zealand.
Now, can you say down under?
Yeah.
If it's just New Zealand, I mean, you know, you're close to Australia, but it's definitely down under from here anyway.
I don't think they call it the land down under like their Aussie neighbors, but it is definitely down under. All right. Three-handed. Here we go. One gal, two guys. Who's going to take it down? Hand number 67.
If the toilet spin in the opposite direction, it's probably down under somewhere.
Below the equator.
Okay.
Here we go. Cards in the air.
Sorry about that. Want to get the color.
30.
Yeah, 1120 West Coast.
1.5.
What's up, West Coast?
Raise. 6.
Grinch back to work. We're back from break, and he's got a button with the king 6. Bumps it up. 9 deuce in the muck for Dory. And it could be a battle of the king 6s here
But mine suited.
to get this party started after the break. King 6 takes it down as king 6 goes in the muck.
You are reading that correct, folks. One player has almost 16 million in chips. The other players have about 5 million combined. 4.5, to be honest. 4.5 million to 15.4 million.
So we mentioned earlier that Simon the Grinch has been putting in some work on his tournament game, and he is getting some excellent results, and this would just be another one adding to his resume. And I can promise you he wants to close this thing out with a W.
Option.
No raise from June with a king 8 here in the small blind. So they're going to a flop.
So he'll take on that Jack 6, and Jack 6 lands. 5-5-6 to flop. Simon's going to hit something, say something.
475.
And that'll do it.
You know, that is the hand that knocked me out, Jack 6.
Not me, aces. I went down to aces.
I got down to 5.5 big blinds. I was in the big blind.
I took on aces.
I felt like the small was picking on me, RJ, and he was with Jack 6, but you know what I called him with? 7-9 suited. So we were at least live.
Ay. That's bad.
We went for it, though.
I took on aces with 9 triz, like a man.
Good thing you hit your 3 on the flop.
Yeah.
What'd he hit?
Ace.
Oh. Top set. That'll do it every time. The Grinch feeling super frisky with the 6-9. Steals the blinds, steals Christmas.
I think the original raiser in that hand had a pretty good hand because he hated that ace coming out. He really is stealing Christmas. Simon the Grinch doing work. He's got more than 16 million in chips, and he's on the button, but he's going to take a break.
What do you say?
We have an all-in here.
All in from Dory, 1.4 million. She's ripped it.
Yeah, mine was 7-9 spades. Christian, I just said, you know what? I was born in 79. If I win this, I'll be in decent shape. Jack 6 ran Broadway on me. Sometimes the math be mathin'. It checked out for RJ earlier. Dory got the Jack 4. She ain't scared.
Gets it through. June folds the queen. Jack high taking down queen high there for Dory. Now she's in doggy paddle mode. That'll bump her up to 1.9 million.
Yeah, both of these players are in deep trouble here. Just getting jams through is not going to cut it. You need full double ups because Simon just has really a chip lead that can almost not be lost here. So Dory needs to get called here. She's got pocket 3s. She's all in. Let's see what the Grinch wakes up with.
Pocket 3s, rips it from the button. 10 high and 6 high in the muck.
Can you believe these guys are folding overs? They had 2 overs to her 3s. My goodness. Well, Christian, we'd have to call the floor over if it was.
I'm with Maven. Never played Jack
7-6.
6. And I tell you what, through my 4 hours of card deadness today, I saw Jack 6 possibly a dozen times. And I did not go with it, ever. Then I got to go home and take a nap.
Well, Dory got the double steal through. Back-to-back hands.
Mark Donovan's still with us, cheering on Dory. All right, what is June up to here? He's got a button, and he is...
Can you scan your card, please?
He is going to re-scan the cards. There you go. He's got the ace deuce.
Okay, suited ace deuce for June on the button. Sneaking in that limp here, trying to utilize a limp against a shorty in the big blind. Now who's going to connect? 6, 7, 10 the flop. Dory lands the best of it with bottom pair. No diamonds for June here.
Check all in.
So there you go. Dory's got a pair. She's going to use it.
All right, she's up to $3 million.
All right, on the climb for Dory.
Yeah, and it is, like I said, it's a weird spot when both of them are that short. There are ICM implications, but Dory can't sit around and wait for June to get knocked out because the blinds are going to hit her pretty hard too, right? You're putting 500,000 in every time you're in the big blind.
That's a big battle there between the two shorties. So, and really, Simon doesn't have to do anything. They have to battle it out. Simon can just do this, right? He's folding junk and
we're not folding
and ripping with pairs.
We're not folding here, folks. Ace king versus pocket sixes. June probably praying he doesn't wake up with anything because he could get a ladder up here, and he wakes up with the Jason Witten
8 deuce in the muck. All right, so he will be excited to see this showdown. Dory's got a premium and ace king, but the Grinch a slight lead in equity. He's got pocket sixes, and Dory is at risk.
There we go. Jim Coyle on the rail, rooting on Mama. She's all in for her tournament life.
Queen 7-7. Yeah, Queen here will pick things up. A 6 on the turn. That's a big turn. That's going to be a check mark for the Grinch. Simon the Grinch with another knockout. And that will finish off our friend of the show, Miss Dory. She will finish in 3rd place, a sweet run for today.
She went for it with the big open-ender earlier against Simon. That would have been a monster pot had it gone her way. We laughed about it as I saw her as I went to go get my latte. She said, "Why did he have to have 2 of my outs?"
Well, and that's exactly right. You know, if she has those live outs, 8 outs is just 1 less than a flush draw. Somebody mentioned earlier, you know, that's a spot where you can feasibly go for a tournament win, but you don't want to run it into your outs, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Well, she is going to take 3rd place, 9,300. Hope you feel better, Mama. And great run. The lovely Dory Coyle. Y'all give her some shout-outs in the chat. Friend of the DFW poker community, and, of course, friends of Texas Card House, Jim and Dory Coyle. Great job, guys. And great run, Jim, in your tournament today.
All right.
And then there were 2.
June bumps up. He's got 14,000 locked up now. And he's got a lot of work to do as he only has 825,000 in his chip stack. That is not many blinds.
I don't even think you can fold a Jack 7. I think you just got to go with it. But he finds a fold and gives away more chips.
I think I'd be in no-look mode about 3 hands in a row here if it went well.
Yep. No matter what the math is mathing, you got a 50% chance every hand, right? There is the beautiful crystal trophy, courtesy of Mr. Bob C. and Aeon Crystals.
Yeah, that's a cool view of that cool trophy coming in from the top. You can see the orange glowing through it from the felt.
So June will be almost all in.
Almost, pretty near.
Just in blinds. Grinch goes ahead and does it for him, puts the chips in.
All right. Grinch puts it in there with a king 5. June makes the call. We don't know if he looked, but he's got the best of it here with his ace 6.
All right, June all in for his tournament life. Got the best hand. Let's see if it can hold.
King in the window.
Ruh-roh.
King Jack 6.
Six or an ace.
June lands a 6 here.
6 or an ace, RJ.
10 ball. That is no 6 or ace, and that's going to be a game winner. The knockout blow for the Grinch.
Wow. And Dina splashes the chips in front of our winner, Mr. Simon Webster. Great job. The Grinch did indeed steal Christmas. He's going to get over $20,000 and the trophy that his opponent just wants to see in his hands.
Let me see this thing.
What could have been, but great run for Mr. June. June is going to finish in second place and take home $14,470. And the winner, the new champ, the Grinch, steals the Holiday Frenzy for $20,690. Great job, Simon. Great job, everyone at the final table. Great job to our production crew. I'm Eric Van Loozen. I got RJ Dupree with me. What a great tournament, RJ.
What a great tournament. Congratulations to Mr. Simon, the winner of our Holiday Frenzy. And we will be back Tuesday night with the Tuesday night cash stream. And we'll be back Saturday? Or are we already to the end of the month?
We're getting close.
Okay.
Not quite yet. We will have our normal tournament schedule this week.
There you go. Yeah, that's right.
But remember, Saturday we will have this going on the 20th.
There we go. The
December
hot seats. One more week to get your hot seat winner in there for TVs, computers, and AirPods.
Yeah, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Saturday. Every hour on the hour. They're going to pick a table, then they high card it at the table, and
so
whatever seat wins the high card gets whatever they want, a computer, an AirPod, or a TV.
And we'll be looking at the big one Saturday, and then the even bigger one
after
the
Christmas.
Following weekend after
the 30th.
Christmas. That's right.
Absolutely. All right, well, great job, guys. We will see y'all on Tuesday night on our live stream. We'll give Simon a little more camera time because he deserves it. He's going to get his picture taken there. Great job, Simon, and a great score.
He didn't wear that sweater for nothing.
Thank you guys for joining us. Until next time, we out of here. We see you.
Good night, TCH.
It was already off, yeah. Oh, you did? Yeah, yes.